Okay, rolling.
Pivot Wuna, Pivot Chef, Pivot Swoons, Matsist, Uhat Dom, Hastanatanet, Naheshiret, Natistista. So I'd like to say good morning, good day, welcome. I'm a member of the Southern Cheyenne and Arapaho tribes of Oklahoma, currently residing in Denver, Colorado. My name is Louis Keith TallBull Jr. On my mother's side, I come from Elena Vasquez and Ruben Hernandez. On my father's side, I come from Gertrude Lone Bear and Richard TallBull. I'm a employee with Denver Mountain Parks. And I was asked to provide some indigenous perspective on our garden design. And immediately what came to mind was circles. Circles are sacred to our people, and it's an important symbol. The moon, the sun, the way the air moves, the way water moves, trees, they're all round. Our teepees, our lodges, our homes, our mother's womb. So circles are very important to our people. And then what came next was a thought of the medicine wheel design. It's a circle with crossing intersection lines that make up 4 different sectors of the circle. And each sector is a different color. Each color represents a different direction. They all have meaning. Black is the first direction that we acknowledge, and it's the west. With the west come the lightning beings, and the lightning brings the water, brings life. So it's the most important direction, and it's the first one that we recognize and that we acknowledge. And that goes with black. And then the next direction would be red, which is the north direction. And that symbol, the bison reside in that direction, in the north. And bison are everything to our people. We honor the bison. The bison is one of the only animals known to walk headfirst into a storm, into a blizzard. So with that, we encourage our youth to acknowledge the bison and their strength and their medicine, and call upon them in times of difficultiness, in times of struggle. We call upon the bison and ask for their strength, so that we can have that same strength, that same power to be able to walk head first into a storm. In doing that, you bypass that storm faster than what you would if you were trying to outrun the storm. It's kind of encouraging our youth to face their problems head on. The next direction would be the east, which is yellow. It's where the sun comes up. It's where the sun rises. Also, the Alka Nation reside in that direction. That's like the autumn of our life. Yellow, like when the leaves turn yellow and they start to fall. It's the autumn of our life. By that time, you should have a family of your own. You should have a teepee, a lodge, be able to take care of yourself and provide by the time you reach that part of your life. The next direction is white, which faces south. And south brings the Wambli Gleshko Ayate, a spotted eagle. Sometimes the owl is in that direction. The warmth from our southern relatives from the southern direction, that warm air that comes from the south. White, it also represents our gray hair. When we reach that time of our life, if we're blessed enough to make it to that part of our life when our hair turns white, we begin to make our journey to the spirit world. Back home across the Milky Way, because we are a star nation, we're a star people, we come from the stars. So when we go back home to the happy hunting grounds, we face south, and that's the direction towards Pleiades, the star constellation where we come from. the seven sisters. So when we make our journey to the spirit world, we head south, and we walk across the Milky Way back home to where we come from. That's the color code, and that's the significance of each color. This medicine wheel is multifunctional, and it's us being able to utilize the rock nation, the rock people, the way we create this shape with rocks, and we're able to communicate with the sky nation, with the eagle nation, with the sky people. So we're acknowledging the sky, Father Sky, but then by creating this circle on the ground, we're also acknowledging Mother Earth and where we come from, and the beings that live underground. It's all medicinal. So just the symbol itself means medicine, and it symbolizes our life. Like I said in the beginning, it's black. Like we come from our mother's womb. We come from the darkness. And then as we go on, we go to the red. And the red is when you're learning how to walk this red road, when you're learning your ways, your traditional ways. And then from red, you go to yellow. And then in the yellow, that's when you're in the autumn of your life. When you have a job and you have the ability to provide, you have knowledge, you know what it's like to walk the red road. You acknowledge your mom and your grandparents and your father, and then it's all a constant circle. And then towards the end of your life, when your hair is becoming gray, represents the white, and your journey into the spirit world. And then it just goes back to the black again, back to the darkness, and it's a constant circle, no beginning and no end. Like our spirituality, it never ends, it never stops. It's always constantly going, like the sun and the moon.
And all the planets.
And all the planets, all the whole universe.
They never stop moving. That's what we fail to realize as beings who don't live in the ways of the indigenous who were here long before us. I wanted to ask one question which we didn't make clear to begin with. Where are we, and how is this where the garden was chosen to be located?
Right now we're in southern Colorado. They call it Castle Pines, really near, right between South Denver and Castle Rock. It's a really beautiful place, this area. It's originally home to the Southern Cheyenne, Arapaho people, the Ute people. So many different tribes have migrated through this area. This place is like a hub of hunting land, good hunting grounds, amazing land for winter camps, a place for many different nations to come and gather and trade items. So a lot of indigenous history and connection is
happened right here.
Has happened right here, occurred right here on this land. So it's also a Denver Mountain Park, and with collaboration with Denver Mountain Parks and the Denver Zoo Conservation Alliance, we were able to secure this small parcel of land to create our vision that we had for this garden. Because not only is it a medicine wheel, it's also a garden where we've been able to plant over 2,000 plants, and these are all native plants that you would find on the prairie, on the high plains. And a lot of these plants have medicinal usage and connection with indigenous people and their knowledge. And so this garden helps as an educational tool to educate the public and our indigenous community here in Denver about plant knowledge, plant identification, plant usage, and to reawaken and help them remember what was once common knowledge. It's like a tool that we're using to help people embrace their indigenous side or in their indigenous heritage. Also a way to educate the public that us as indigenous people have not left. Even though we have been displaced and somewhat erased, we're using this as a way to educate the public that our existence, that we still remain, we still are here. After everything that we've been through, our culture is still strong, and our knowledge is still very alive and well. So we're just using this opportunity to let it be known that we are still here as Native people, and our culture and our way of life.
Thank you. And how does it relate to you personally, to your family, this particular location?
To me personally, I like to say how it goes together with what my dad's dad was doing back in the 70s. He was part of a land back movement, operations that were trying to acquire land for the use of indigenous people. So he was able to get 70 acres of land donated to the TallBull Memorial Council, and we use it for powwows, we use it for peyote ceremonies, we have sweat lodge ceremonies, we have an archery range, we have bison harvests that happen there, we have hide camps where we teach people how to work hides. There's so many different programs that we have on the 70 acres that was given back to the people, the indigenous people. It's a space for us to get out of the city, get away from the city, and be able to reconnect with the land, and then be able to just make noise and be loud, because sometimes us as Native folks, you know, we like to drum and sing songs and make noise and celebrate. So being able to have that land that's pretty much secluded from public and from the city, it's really medicinal. It really helps us as people to reconnect to what was once lost, what was once taken away from us. The land is healing, and being able to inspire our children and our future generations to understand that we have this land and we can utilize it in a good way and take care of it for future generations is the goal.
And is that the land we're on, or is that at another location?
It's at another location, but it's not that far from us. It's
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much connected. You just drive a little, maybe a quarter mile down the road, and you pull into our TallBull Memorial Grounds, is the name and it's not named after my dad's dad. It's named after one of our great grandpas, Chief Tall Buffalo Bull, Chief TallBull of the Southern Cheyenne and Arapaho tribes. And he was killed by the U.S. Army in Summit Springs, Battle of Summit Springs here in eastern Colorado.
And what year was that?
That was in 1869, I believe.
Okay. Well, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to add? We really appreciate how you've inspired us to be a part of this, for certain.
No, I'm just really looking forward to, in the future, trying to recreate and build more of these medicine wheel gardens in the future. Encourage other cities in other states and all throughout Colorado to consider building one of these gardens, so that they can use it as an educational tool for their youth. Because and I just want to mention that we always think 7 generations back, and then now in our current time right now, everything that we do is going to affect us 7 generations down the line. So we want to heal from all the trauma and all the things that we've been through 7 generations back, and then up until now, acknowledge that, and then understand that everything that we do is going to affect us 7 generations down the line. So with everything that we do, we want to have a good thought for our children and our grandchildren, those ones that are unborn, those ones that haven't got here yet. We want something good for them. We want something nice for them. And we want to pave the way and make it real nice for them. so that they can show up and have good things. And with this garden, with this medicine wheel garden, with this symbol, with this hard work that we're doing now, I could see a bright future for our children and our children's children. You know, we want to mention the water protectors and the water, the spirit of the water and its medicinalness. We want to mention the bison, the people that take care of the bison, the land where the bison reside, the families of the bison, the grandmas and the grandpas and the grandchildren of the bison, their return, and they're coming back. And then we want to mention Mother Earth, the land stewards, people that are taking care of the land, like Nick Domenico in Elk Run Farms.
Yes.
He does a lot of good work.
Yes,
So,
he's a good friend of mine, his family.
so prayers for him and his family,
Yeah.
and all the many people that are like him doing that good work. And then lastly, we want to mention all these green herbs, all these medicines, for the life of the medicine, the spirit of the medicine, where it grows, the people that protect the land where it grows. We want all these things to be here for generations upon generations. So we want to think good thoughts and have good prayers for all the people doing all the good work, fighting the good fight for those that can't fight good, you know. That's one thing I always want to mention, those 4 things.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. We feel so blessed and honored to be here today.
Oh, thank you.